Grand Rising Soul Tribe, Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, shares, views, subscribes, comments, the generous donations in all forms, hypes, memberships, everything. I appreciate it all. Let's ring the bell. Let's go ahead and clear out the energy. It's Friday, and we'll see what the message the Spirit has for us. I feel like someone is mad at you because you're living the life that they always wanted. Now, we all know that this is envy and jealousy in its lowest form. But for some reason, they want to send these evil spells to you because you have the life that they always imagined for themselves. Hey, Crystal Empress Self Love, how are you? Hold on, let me get some lotion from my hands. Hold on. Because I feel like they about so dry they could clap together some dust. Hold on. All right. Thank you so much for being so patient. Yeah, I feel like somebody is so jealous and like they're envious. Like, how dare you have the life that you have? Now, to you, you feel like what you got going on is nothing special. It's just the normal day to day stuff. But for them, they feel like their life is so much harder. Bottom of the deck. Hey, Create. Let's start off with the Empress. Hey, ye son, how are you? Yep, this about rounds it up. They feel like this is you, and they feel like this is them. Notice the difference? You can't make this up. Come through, Spirit. Yeah, and it's almost like, you know, this is the same person that feels like you have the best of everything. Like you got the best relationships. You can make water into wine. You are this rising star, and like you have like different people fighting for your attention. Is that your fault? And this person is pissed about it. They are envious, they're jealous, and they don't want you to have this. They feel like they deserve this. You know, this is somebody that, they even they even feel like for some reason, like you're very logical, or that, the way that you communicate is very, what's the word, intellectual, you know, and that people fall over themselves to give you whatever it is that you want. Now, we know that this is not true. We know that you actually had to work for everything. But this is how someone is feeling. So this is somebody who's tried to control things with you. And they've tried to talk behind your back. They've tried to make it seem like, you just out there doing everybody and everything that moves. Like you steal, you know, like you were just the absolute worst. And then the fact that they feel like you're in line to receive a great fortune because they feel like the wheel is always turning in your favor. And the fact that they feel like I said, you're in line to receive this great fortune, whether it's because of stardom, whether it's because of some type of inheritance, whether it's because, maybe you married somebody who just adores you and they have lots of money, whatever it is, they don't like that. This is somebody who, never raised a hand to help you. This is somebody that even this could be somebody that I feel like you're related to, but they never wanted to claim you, if that makes sense. Hey, J Mike, this is somebody who tried to deny you. Like, let's just say that you was a stepbrother or a stepsister. This is one of those people that treated you like you were dirt growing up. And like they were, they just bullied you, they mistreated you, all of that. They tried to fight with you, I did everything. But the thing was, it was almost like, and you were the person that's always trying to extend the olive branch. You was the one that was always cheerful, always forgiving, I feel like this is one of those types of people. Judgment's been called. Maybe you had to call judgment on this person finally after so long. And you know what? I feel like you had to go your own separate way away from this person. Like you couldn't deal with them anymore, any longer. No matter what you did, it was never going to be good enough. They always wanted to, like, I'm getting like somebody wanted to set themselves like they were more superior than you. And like I said, with the example of a half brother or sister or a step brother or sister, like even if they were given more as a child, because maybe, if it was, let's just say that it was a half, and both the parents were your parents, but only one of the parents was their parent, it's like that one parent that was their parent poured into them a lot more than they poured into you, so that one felt more a part of or more accepted, because they that parent always felt like you would always have, because both of them were your parents, like you had some type of special right or something. Like you never felt that. But this is somebody that worked behind the scenes, really worked behind the scenes to try and bully you, and they would do little things to try and get your goal, to try and piss you off, like I said, to bully you, to make it seem like you was doing stuff to them, to make it seem like it was a back and forth. Oh, they do stuff to me, I do stuff to them. But that wasn't the truth. They was doing shit to you. But I feel like, you know what? You just went on your own way. You didn't try and do anything. You just stayed in your lane. You just worked on you. You're very independent. You didn't feel like you needed to have this extra attention. You just wanted regular attention. I feel like someone tried to get in the middle of a relationship. Like they tried to, even whenever it came to a relationship that you had, someone tried to, make it seem like I feel like with this, like somebody tried to show somebody maybe that you were seeing how they was more worthy, and how they should be the one that the person chose or something like that, to kind of get it so that somebody wasn't messing with you or wasn't dating you any longer, and this person kind of went away, like, and this could have been somebody that you really cared about too. But I feel like they tried to secretly compete with you, secretly bully you, secretly they wanted to be you. And that's why they did this. Like, if they could take your spot, they was going to be fine. Did they want to take your bills? Did they want to take your problems? Did they want to take your struggles that you went through? I think not. You know, regardless of what this person did, with this, I feel like you are always the rightful heir to happiness. No matter what this person did or said, you were the rightful heir. And I feel like you had spoke some truth. It was so cutting, but it was the truth. Hey, Beatrice. You know, and you spoke some truth that people doubted for a long time, only to find out you happened to see an email, you saw some type of proof that was the truth. And I feel like at that point, whatever this was, it was vindicated. Somebody, they want to bring you some type of apology because they realize now how much stress you were actually under. How much bullshit was placed on your shoulders and expected for you to carry. I feel like somebody, they're feeling some sort of way. And this could be, like the example I gave, this could be a parent that realizes, you know what? The way the collective was treated, that was wrong. You told about how somebody was trying to take you down, or that like the hate was just real. And they know that you were speaking the truth. Because how many times did someone try to outdo you? I try to be you. Try to cast these evil spells and these curses on you. Because they wanted to be you. Like I said, there's some information that's out now that cannot be denied. And it's vindicating you. You was able to close this cycle. That the guesswork is now gone. There's nothing to guess about. The proof is in the pudding. It's out there for the whole world to see. And the whole world is seeing it. I feel like people have this newfound level of respect for you. They realize everything that you had to work through, everything that you went through. I feel like, people have a new level of respect for you now that truth is out. People are starting to see how somebody worked hard. They got other people involved. They try to, discount you, discredit you, disrespect you, all the disses, so that they could be looked at as a certain way. And now those same people are looking, because they're looking at the proof. And somebody feels caught up. They know they can't get out of whatever this is that they put themselves in. Yeah. I feel like more information is coming in. And this person can't stop it. More information is coming to light. All you have to do is just sit back and wait, because it's coming to you. There's nothing that you have to do to raise a finger. Yeah, more information is coming through. You may not even have been trying to search for this information, but I'm gonna tell you about the goodness of God. God is going to do one thing to bring it to your attention. Like you may have gotten your phone dings, ding ding, and you look at your phone and you see that you got this email, or you got a notification on your phone and you looking at this notification and you go, let me look at this other thing. And so you look at this other thing and you go, wait, what? Not even looking for whatever other information is coming through, but it's coming. Somebody tried to hold this in. This was supposed to have been a secret, whether it was a family secret or what. This is something that you was not supposed to know about ever. Somebody wanted to take this to the grave, but they couldn't, because God said not on God's watch. Now, like I said, people are starting to see that you knew what you was talking about, even if you had just said it. And you may even been told, don't you ever say that again. But now everybody's starting to see the pain, the misery that you had to go through. And it was all the truth. You was being chastised for speaking the truth. Somebody thought that they was going to get their way. They did. They thought they was going to get their way. They thought that I feel like they thought they had everybody fooled, everybody bamboozled, and nobody was going to be able to prove them wrong. But doubt came in. And everybody was kind of doubting something. It could have been something with dealing with children. Everybody could have been doubting, maybe doubting that a child was actually belonging to somebody that they said it was belonging to. You know how they say, mama's baby, daddy's, maybe. Because back then, they didn't have the DNA testing. They didn't have the 23andMe and all, the family tree and all that other stuff. And this could have been the vindication that was coming through. You always kind of knew that this person that was bullying you was not your biological, or was not your, y'all didn't have the same lineage. Y'all didn't come from the same. And now the confusion is cleared. Somebody's embarrassed and they have to walk away. This person wants to run and they want to hide into the mountains, in the shadows, wherever. But your intuition was spot on about this person. Spot on. And what you had said happened. It's like your intuition can't be doubted. It can't be matched. That shit happened. And you don't know how you know these things. You don't know how you feel these things. It's like these are just visions that come to you. But these are visions that were blessed by God for you, so that you could understand. So that's like you didn't take things to heart. Almost so that God was preparing you for this day. So that whenever the truth did come out, it wasn't something that knocked you off your feet. You was already prepared. You had already dealt with it. You had already come to terms with it. understanding the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs, the whys, the why nots, and everything else. Hey, Empress C383838, how are you? Empress CC. Yeah, you was always protected by one of your crossed over ancestors, an angel that's by your side. They needed to make sure that they got you ready, that they protected you so that you wouldn't fall from grace, that you wouldn't come out of the bag, that this information that was coming out would knock you down. Because you got this message. I feel like the message that you got was that somebody was not the father. Somebody was not, yeah. Somebody was not the father. Or somebody wasn't married. Or somebody wasn't, part of this. Whatever that message was. And so then that put an end to the myth of somebody possibly having 3 children, or there being 3 of you, because I see there's 3 in this card. Somebody now knows there was not 3. I feel like, somebody now knows, like I said, there was not 3, but there was 2. I feel like, you finding out this information could have to put you in a position where you are the one that's mentoring. Even if you're finding out that a sibling is not your biological sibling, and you broke this information to somebody, to your parent, your father. God had put you in the position so that you was able to talk them through this, help them through this, mentor them through this, because you had already been prepared. God had already prepared you. Yes, you was the one that was able to help them, give them that counseling. It's like, somebody's now understanding and they feel so bad about how you had to defend yourself. And this could have been defending yourself growing up, defending yourself as an adult. But now you always had to defend yourself. And they feel so bad about that because, you know what, like I said, somebody had built it up like, oh, them two, they always been going back and forth, back and forth. She do this, she do that. He do this, he do that. But it wasn't like that. It was one that was constantly attacking the other. You didn't do shit. There was no need for you to attack anyone. Hey, Original. Hey, High Priestess, how are you? There was no need. And now you are being seen as the one who didn't do anything. As the one who, that now people understand why somebody was coming up after you. Why they felt like if it's my last breath, I'm gonna do this. Now they understand why somebody was acting goofy like that. Thank you so much, High Priestess. Yeah, somebody realized that, there was no back and forth. Like they refused to see that. They took it what somebody else was saying. There was no back and forth. There was just an attacker. Hell, you didn't even see the attacks that was really coming toward you. You didn't know. You was caught off guard. Now somebody sees that somebody was lying. Hey, the soul archetype. Somebody realizes that somebody was doing something cloaked. They was trying to pull the wool over somebody's eyes. Hi, Rhonda. Because they wanted somebody to believe something like, yeah, well, you know what? The reason is this and that and the other, or they was trying to fudge the numbers, fudge the math. Whether this was, if it was the situation of somebody wasn't a child, somebody, like I said, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. Somebody had two lovers at the same time. Only she knew about that. Neither one of them lovers knew about it. And so she, had slept with this one and then slept with that one. And then one of them was like, the relationship with this one fizzled out. And so she was like, oh, you the daddy then. Hey, Kitsung Warrior, how are you? And somebody didn't realize that about this mother for the longest time. But now, Spirit is moving things forward quickly. Now things are starting to make sense as to why somebody was always coming after you. Because they didn't want you to be the star. They wanted you to be a fallen star. They didn't want people to see that, you was the chosen one, or that both of these people were your parents, and somebody was fudging the numbers about somebody else. Somebody didn't want to see that, that somebody was seeing two people at the same time. Until there was that news that, oh, wait, and they didn't know which one to choose. So they decided that they was going to choose one. And if this was several years ago, they didn't have DNA testing. They didn't know. You didn't really know if the child was yours until the child was born. And then you like, well, wait a minute. That baby don't look nothing like me. Don't have none of my characteristics. Nothing like anybody in my family. But then the mother could always say, no, that's yours. It just looked like my side of the family. And back then, DNA testing used to cost a lot, so people didn't do it. But they always had their suspicions. But now, I feel like something has been proven. That somebody got more characteristics from this person, confirmation, than from this person. What's the message, Spirit? Yep, it sure was. Old school cheating. Yeah, somebody's realizing that something wasn't adding up. Something never really added up. But they went forward with this person anyway. Like they still went full steam ahead, only to find out years later that they received some message that said, no, you was never in a family way. It was never yours. And now the truth is out. Somebody has that documentation. Somebody got that test or whatever, and they are so brokenhearted. They feel betrayed. They feel used. They feel like somebody knew. This is why somebody always treated you a certain way, because that person that always treated you a certain way, the person that always wanted your life, is because they knew too. In their heart, in their soul, they knew. That's why they always used to treat you like shit. But now it's like something is moving forward. Somebody's traveling. I feel like somebody is traveling towards you, or at least they want to. Because I feel like somebody wants to make amends with you. They want to, now they want to go to calmer waters with you. You know? Because now it's almost like they realize how, they left you alone, how you had to be independent, how you had to do things on your own, only to find out that Papa was a rolling stone. Their Papa was a rolling stone. And who they thought was their father was not their father. And you spoke about this, and it's like you said it kind of nonchalantly, like it was not a big deal whenever you spoke about it, but you told the truth. And you knew, it's like, did you call judgment on a situation that you didn't even know you was calling judgment on? But you told the truth. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? It's not so much of old school cheating. That shit still happens today. It's just that now, all you got to do is order a kit, get some spit on there, and send that shit off. You don't put this little the spit in the little test tube or whatever, that little thing, and send it on. So it's easy now. It's easy to find out. But back then, you couldn't. What's the message? So now it's a lot harder to sit there and lie. Yeah. This whole mystery is no longer a mystery. Now everything is complete. Everything is wide open now. There are no more questions about who you are. You are the Empress. You are actually the matriarch. Somebody wanted to be the matriarch, but science proved them different. Science said, no, collective is the matriarch. Yeah. And I feel like somebody else that you're connected to, they're aware of this information as well. And I feel like they're feeling, excuse me, a certain way. I feel like they are feeling a certain way too, because they're aware of it. What's the message? Thank you, J Mike. Hey, Red Violet. Yeah, now somebody is aware that, you know what, somebody was a bold-faced ass, lying ass motherfucking liar. You know, somebody was just lying to be fucking lying. And they knew the truth, but they thought that the truth was never going to come out. They didn't. They never thought that this person would ever find out the truth. And it's taken a long ass time. And now somebody's kind of stuck because they caught. Now somebody wants to come to calmer waters. Now they want to be like, oh shit. Damn it. Damn. Like you was the one that was, this could have been, you was the one that was treated like a dog, where somebody else was, you was told to lick the bottom of somebody else's shoes, but this person could just dog walk you, and you were supposed to deal with that shit. No. Them days is over. Now somebody want to come back to you like, oh damn, can we start over? Let's start over. No, you still leaving them out in the cold. Somebody realizes that they left you out in the cold. That they should have, included you instead of excluded you. And now they feel in a certain way. They feel in a certain way. Hey, Lightworker William, how are you? Exactly. They could never falsify your divine Empress energy or any other divine energy. They can only copy, imitate, and mimic. Exactly. What's the message? What's the message? Thank you. Yeah, because they realize, they owe you. Now, I feel like giving you an apology for trying to curse you is the last thing that you're really even worrying about or even thinking about. But this is what this person feels like they need to do, because they know they are in a position where everybody's looking at them like, whoa, Susan, you did a lot back then. Oh my gosh, like you was really mistreating Lucretia. Now people are starting to, and it's like, even this person is wondering, people are looking at this person and they wondering why they even did it. And this person is trying to figure out why they even did it, because they thought they was going to be able to get away with it. They thought nobody was ever going to see this. Because, they thought that they was going to be able to ride this little lie along forever. But no. What's the message? Yeah. This came out. How somebody had been attacking you for all this time. Doing the absolute most all this fucking time. And then somebody had the nerve to be mad at you because you had the life that you have. Like, what kind of sense does this make? Besides none. What kind of sense does this make besides absolutely none? Hey, Letitia, how are you? What's the message? Anything else from this deck? Let's pull another deck. Yeah. Everything was always going to turn in your favor. Always. You was never going to be the one that was just really out there like that. Hey, Rhonda. Yeah. And this Queen of Wands. Yeah. This is the same person. Okay, so like it could have been a set of parents and they could have worked together on this. They could have grouped up to do this. To cause you this type of oh my gosh. You was the sacrifice. You was supposed to have been the sacrifice. You was not even supposed to have made it to claim your inheritance. Mm-hmm. And now that people are starting to talk about this and gossip about this, now they in their feelings. Because everything that they worked on, everything that they thought was going according to plan, that shit failed. All of it. And this emperor is mad because the world is hearing about this. This news is going around like wildfire. You know, like I said, now somebody wants to come in and they want to make amends, you know, because this information came out. Now they want to go to calmer waters because this information has come out. And you're not even sitting here going like, what? I knew it. Da, 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 da. You the one that's calm. See, you, like I said, you was never supposed to make it through this. This was a family curse that was supposed to take you out. These were lies upon lies upon lies. But you know what? Somebody fucked up with the Page of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Some information was found out about whose wangy wang it really was. See, God was putting you at the forefront to be able to fight these battles. And this is why God had to send you to the forest alone, so that you could fight these battles from afar. Oh my God. This is why you were getting your wish fulfillment. This is why, you know what, you about to have something come to you that you never ever anticipated, just because you fought the battle alone and you won. You kicked all of them motherfuckers' asses. All of them. Witches, warlocks, all them bitches. You kicked all them motherfucking asses. You was able to create out of nothing. And look, you getting your wish fulfillment. You getting your 10 of cups. You the only one that's going to be happy because you have everything that you could possibly need. See, now it's coming out about these hidden enemies and how they was trying to fucking bully you. Now that shit is coming out, how they was trying to bully you. Hey, Straight Cheese. Hey, Baby Yoda. Hey, Elaster Hunt. How are you? The whole time, you was this whole earth angel. See, they thought that they could hold you up. But no, fuckers. They've been caught. they've been caught, and trust and believe the justice that they're going to receive is real. Them motherfuckers is caught and they about to receive justice, spiritual justice. You are going to be seen as the star that you are. You're going to be healed from all that bullshit because they were sent here to take you out. The devil is a motherfucking lie. See, somebody had this great idea about how they was going to attack you, and they was going to attack you from all different sides. You wasn't going to know what the fuck was going on, and you were just going to feel like you was trapped and couldn't do nothing and couldn't go nowhere, but yet they was going to sit here and try and love bomb you or some shit like that. You know, fill your head up with, oh, we love you. Oh, you one of us. While they trying to stab you in your back, while they trying to pew pew you, like you was just gonna buy that shit. But see, God loves you, and God has something else planned for you. Trust and believe. Now these motherfuckers feel like a motherfucking fool since all this bullshit came out that proves that you knew what the fuck you was talking about when you said this shit so long a fucking go. Yes, the king of swords. Listen here. Science cannot be fucking denied, baby. Science is science. Try and get around science in the fucking court of law. The judge gonna be like, you finished with your bullshit? This is scientific. Give me my gavel. Boom, boom, boom. Guilty. Get that bitch the fuck up out of my court. See, this mother tried for so fucking long to lie. Not just lie to you, not just lie to the little half sibling or whatever, or who, and maybe not even a sibling at all. Could have been a cousin. Could have been somebody else that they was not, did you not even fucking related to. Did somebody was, some crazy shit happen. But you was always confused because it never made sense. And this is why you was always protected. See, somebody thought that they was going to be able to hide some information. You was never supposed to find out this information. But, and like I said, you were supposed to have been like, not understanding why you wasn't loved, not understanding why you wasn't accepted, not understanding why you was never part of, and like not able to get past that shit. You was always going to be worried about this shit. You was always going to be concerned. You was always going to be upset. You wasn't going to be able to eat right, sleep right, shit right, talk right, learn right, do nothing right. But you know what? The Queen of Swords know who the fuck she is, and she spoke the truth. And whenever she spoke the truth, now people see that the fucking battle is over. They can't even fuck with you no more. They can't do a motherfucking thing no more. Hey, Sonny. See, everybody, these people work together. They purposely worked together. They purposely ganged up on you and worked together trying to take you down. The whole empress, the matriarch, because they didn't want you to be the HNIC or HBIC in the motherfucking building. Huh. Judgment, bitches. Judgment on all your motherfucking asses. God showed you who they were, and you believe them bitches. You believed it the first fucking time because the truth is out and the truth has set you free. It has taken a long time for this shit to balance itself out, but it's balancing itself out today. Now shit start to make sense from the past as to why you was always left out. Now shit is clicking, 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 clicking. And they was trying to hold shit in as to why you wasn't receiving equally. You know, they was trying to act like they didn't see it when they was doing it. Judgment, oh yes, the wheel of fortune is turning in your favor. God loves you. You are that one. You're going to have everything, whether it is the relationship, whether it's the money, the happiness, the home, the this, the that, everything is turning in your favor because you done went through enough. And then those that held back from you, they sitting here, now they want to come up with another plan. Now they want to come up with another plan to make it seem like, oh, well, no, we was always in your corner. We always felt like we should be together. We were, you know, you, this is a good relationship. We family and all this other stuff. Now they want to come with another plan. Spirit said, walk away, walk the fuck away. Either walk away, run away, drive away, get on the train, go away, get on the plane, go away, a boat, whatever. But go the fuck on. Your own way. Because I feel like you got this good message coming in, a message that's going to talk about some wonderful things that's happening to you in your life. You ain't got to worry about this no fucking more. No fucking more. And you know what? There's a King of Cups that now that shit is he's starting to think about what he invested in, what side he took, because this person is waking up to the fucking truth too. The fucking truth that you know what? You was always going to be victorious. That person that they tried to get in the middle of and say, oh no, leave collective alone. Collective ain't worth shit, Now they starting to see that you was the one. You was always going to be victorious. And the devil is mad. The devil is mad. Because everything that the devil thought that they was going to do, all these curses and spells that they were going to send to you, that plan failed. They got to come up with a new plan. They got to come up with something new. And there is nothing new because it's over. Over. What's the message, Spirit? Give me one or two more cards and I got to get on. We're going to do the pendulum and I got to do my straight 8. Thank God it is Friday. Woo, Lord have mercy. Thank you. What's the message? Yes, cycles over. Yes, for sure. Pissed the fuck off. Right. Like I said, you know, now shit is coming to pass. The past is coming back around. Now shit is making sense. And God said, that you know what? It was always going to be like this. God has set it up to be like this because God saw what them motherfuckers did in the past against you. God said, watch me work. Hold my beer. Because I'm going to let them motherfuckers do it all the way up. Everything. And it could have been years, could have been decades for this shit to come out. But it's out. Now, you know what? That's why God separated you. That's why God said, I'm going to give you everything that you possibly need. And that's why God is making it so that you are able to create something out of motherfucking nothing. You, the motherfucking magician. Now, everything is in your hands. You got the power to create the life that you want, to create the life that you need. And for them other people, them other motherfuckers that tried to work against you with this witch, hit them with that fork, them fingers. Until you do right by me, motherfucker, won't shit go right by you. Let's go ahead and swing the pendulum. I got to jump on this computer real quick. What is the message, Spirit? What is the answer? What is the answer? Think of your question, okay? Think of your question. All right. And it looks like the answer is yes. Looks like the answer is definitely yes. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much. I love you. I do plan on seeing you this evening. Have a wonderful Friday. All right. See y'all soon. Bye now.